a pleasure being again at this. It's a pleasure being again on this platform. I remember texting Miss Nigat and telling her that let's do something again for the youth, because Pado and Pado have been there in the group from, I think it's been a month or something, and I've been noticing about all the activities that are going on. So I said, at least if I can, I can add on some really good value into the group and to all the people, wonderful people who are joining us right now. So it would be very, very, very beneficial to all of you. So just a short introduction about me. I'm sure you might have already seen the brochure which was sent to you. I'm an author. Of course, I don't love to introduce myself, but I do come into a few positions where I do have to introduce myself. So for me, so many things started when I was very young, and I was very passionate about writing and reading and interacting with people. And that's how I felt I had so many things to do in life. And that's when I started writing. So I became a blogger. So I never wanted to be a blogger, but I started writing and I got to know that that's what bloggers do. So I became a blogger. Then I started glad to see people from my contacts joining in. Beautiful. So then I started writing. Apart from that, I started using my voice. Then that turned out into my podcast. Then when I started my podcast, it turned out that I need to do something for the youth out there. So just giving my background, I come from I'm born and brought up in India, Mumbai, and at the same time, I've spent half of my life in Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. So I think most of you are from Jeddah, if I'm not wrong. So I spent my life right there in Jeddah. I have completed my 10th from there. Then I came back to India, completed my junior college, my graduations, and I have a degree in marketing, like business management studies, and my specialization is marketing, event management, public relation, branding, and all of these things. So this is what my domain asked me for. And apart from that, I got a wonderful chance to work with an international organization that was working with the United Nations, the UN. And there I had to fulfill a very exciting role, I can say, where I got an opportunity to lead teams of different sizes, sometimes 10, 20, 30, 40, 70, 100, and more than 100 as well. So at different point of time, I got into leadership, I got into management, and multiple more things. But today, my bigger inspiration is the youth out there, because by now, I think I have conducted more than 100 or 150 workshops till date for thousands of students. So I'm usually a person who goes on stage and then I speak to the students. But again, the pandemic has given us a big hit, and that's the reason I'm coming online. And if anyone is unmuted, please mute yourself. I can hear some distraction. Please do the needful. So that's something that happened. And apart from that, you might have seen I'm also the founder of Inspiring the 21st Century. So Inspiring the 21st Century is an initiative after interacting with so many people across the globe, and then doing my podcast with international levels. I found out that the youth is the future, and we need to invest in them. And at the same time, what I know, at least, maybe I can help them out with their leadership, I can help them out with their lifestyles and their careers and so many more things. And I kept the foundations for Inspiring the 21st Century. So I get in touch with schools and universities across the globe, and I try to conduct sessions for their schools and universities, so the students can feel more energetic and can count upon someone who has seen how things goes on. So today's session is going to be, I believe this is a very interesting topic. Even I faced when I was in my early years of childhood, how to learn. We have this much fat books and sometimes very thin books, but the subjects, sometimes they don't love those subjects. So how are we going to learn? So today's entire session is going to be about learning. How can we make it a more interesting process? And what are the ways in which we can enhance our learning? And of course, we all goes through different walks of life, and we have to give our examination. So I read I was going through the group, and there are multiple questions. I will try to, inshallah, answer them in the end of the session. But yes, I hope you all are ready. If you all are ready for the session, do write yes in the chat box so I can identify you all are right here with me, because most of your videos are off, so I cannot see anyone, and that's fine. But are you all here with me? Just type a yes in the chat box, YES. Everyone, whoever is able to hear me. Okay, fantastic. If you are able to hear me, that's the reason you are writing a yes in the chat box. That's fantastic. So great, and it will be very helpful if you can let me know that which class are you studying, or are you a teacher? Are you associated with any educational field, or what exactly are you doing? So are you a student? Are you a teacher? Who are you? So that would be fantastic for me to understand who all are there in this session, so I can provide you with insight from different perspective, which will not only help you, but it will help your students too, to make an environment that would be very interesting to learn. So let me tell you something. Let's make things more easier and more simpler for all of you when it comes for learning. And at the same time, before I begin and give you some really good insights, I don't want this session to just be one-sided. I am not a TV anchor, of course I'm not, but I am talking to all of you. I'm talking to all of you who are here in the session. So if you have, if you agree with something, if you don't agree with something, just feel a safe space. This is your space. Be respectful. That's the only thing I ask for. Like it's everyone is joining us from different places, so that would be beautiful. But if you have any questions or queries or doubt, I would be very happy to answer all of those in the ending of the session. So let me first tell you a very simple philosophy about learning. Learning mostly is associated with something, with knowledge. Learning always comes with knowledge about something which I'm not aware about. What's going to happen next? Let me give you a very simple example. You shifted to a new place. Let's say you went to Azizia, or you went to Taif, or you went to Jubail, or Riyadh, or Makkah, or Medina, and you just shifted for the first time to that particular place, and you have never been there before. Now, somewhere down the line, you feel insecure, or at the same time, you may feel a little bit out of the box because you don't know about this place. You have no idea what's on the right, what's on the left, where's the baqala, where is the masjid, and where exactly things are. So what do is either you ask the local, a person, or maybe you ask your haris about it, or at the same time, what you do is you try to ask the local people out there to understand what's going on in that area. Now, for some, you might be wondering, why am I giving you such an example? When we are talking about academics, when we are talking about careers, the sole problem of ours is that that every time what we try to do is we try to stick to the topic without giving an example of making things more easier to understand. What I'm trying to do here before jumping into the topic is at least give you some basics. Now, what I meant shifting to a new city is something that if you are in 7th standard, you went into 8th standard. If you are in 8th, you went to 9th. If you're in 10th, you went to 11th, 12th, you went to 13th, and all of these things. You got something new to learn. Now, it's exactly similar to moving to a new place. I'm trying to give you some kind of an idea so that you can have a very clear picture in your mind and you can understand in a better way. I'm not a professor, let me tell you. I'm a critical thinker. So I think in a way that will help you to think in a better way. So if you go to a new class, the first thing what you see is the books. And when you go through those books, you either get more frustrated, or you either get irritated, or at the same time you may feel lost by saying, this is such a fat book, I have to read so many pages. And the first thing we see how many pages do we have in this book. This subject has 200 pages, and I have to study this for my exam, and I don't know how am I going to do that. Of course, I'm going to attend my school. I am going to, attend the lectures and all of those things, but it seems very hard for me. Like, I don't know how is it going to happen. That's the very first thought most of the students get in their mind. Now, this is where I come into the picture and the topic comes into the picture. What should be your mindset before you even start learning? That is what I want to make clear to all of you. Are you understanding what I'm saying, all of you? आपको समझ आ रहा है मैं क्या कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि आप जब पढ़ाई करना शुरू करते हैं तो पढ़ाई करने से पहले आपके माइंड में क्या सोच है? That is what that matters a lot. It's not about how you're going to complete the book, how you're going to appear for the exam, what you're going to write in the exam. Those all are secondary. the first and foremost thing that is very important is what do you want to get out of this learning? आपका फायदा क्या होगा अगर आपने ये बुक को पढ़ा? एक तो आपको इसलिए पढ़ना है क्योंकि आपको एग्जाम देना है, पास होना है, you want to pass in the exam, you want to get good grades, good marks, etc. Okay, good perspective. But at the same time, the other perspective is I really want to learn what's going on. I really want to know साइंस क्या है, बायोलॉजी क्या है, केमिस्ट्री क्या है, इंग्लिश क्या है, ये XYZ सब्जेक्ट्स जो भी मेरे हैं, हिस्ट्री है, सिविक्स है, ज्योग्राफी है, ये क्या है, इसके अंदर हम सीख क्या रहे हैं, इसका सीखने का मकसद क्या है. If that is clear in your mind, if your mindset is very clear from day one, that is how you are going to actually start learning. Most of the time, ज्यादातर लोग जो हैं, आप I'm sure you all will agree, most of us study just a week before exams. एग्जाम के एक हफ्ते पहले हम पढ़ते हैं, फिर हम चाहते हैं कि हमारे ग्रेड्स भी अच्छे हैं आए, हम जो है वो पढ़ भी लें, हमें जो है टीचर्स अप्रिशिएट भी करें, हमारे पेरेंट्स भी कहें वाओ यू हैव अ ब्रिलियंट ब्रेन, आपने तो बस एक हफ्ते पहले पढ़ा. और स्पेशली आपके फ्रेंड से जब आप कहेंगे यू नो आई जस्ट स्टडीड फॉर 1 week एंड आई रियली gave my exam in the best way. So it sounds cool, right? मतलब पूरा साल आप लोगों ने पढ़ा, जिसने पूरा साल पढ़ा उसने तो like पता नहीं क्यों पढ़ा. But at least I studied 1 week, I got good grades, I got good marks. It means I am intellectual, I am very smart, smarter than you. And you know, this is how I had passed exam. But let me come to the very important point here. In this session, what I'm going to discuss with all of you is the 4 to 5 ways how you can learn and enhance your learning process. The first thing is your mindset. So again, coming to that point, if you take a book for the first time, instead, अगली बार आप जब कोई किताब खोलें और आपको ये लगे कि ये बहुत ही फैट है, इसमें ऐसे अजीब अजीब से टॉपिक्स हैं, मैंने कभी उसके बारे में पढ़ा नहीं है, आई डोंट नो व्हाट्स गोइंग टू हैपन, विल आई बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड इट और नॉट. द फर्स्ट थिंग यू नीड टू हैव इन योर माइंड इज दैट I am not the first person who is reading this book. ये जो बुक है, ये मैं पहला इंसान नहीं हूं जो पढ़ रहा हूं. I am not the first person who is reading this book. Thousands of people before me have read this book, and thousands will read this book, and I am one of them. What's going to happen with that? The bigger picture of this, इससे ये होगा कि आपकी जो एंजाइटी है, ये मैं उस टॉपिक से रिलेट कर रहा हूँ जो मुझे ग्रुप में कुछ स्टूडेंट्स ने पूछा है. How should I face up with anxiety when I'm learning, or you know, how should I go ahead with that? The first thing, it will help you to calm your mind. It will make you peaceful. कि हाँ मुझे पता है, मैं पहला इंसान नहीं हूँ, मुझे पता है कि बहुत सारे लोगों ने ये कर चुके हैं, so I will get help. That's the first thing. हर इंसान यही चाहता है कि मुझे कोई अकेला ना छोड़ दे. We do want to be independent, but there are things in life where we don't want to be independent. कि I don't know if I become independent, मैं कैसे पढ़ूंगा, मैं कैसे एड हासिल करूंगा, मुझे नहीं पता. I have to figure out all the things. So the first thing is that you become content, you become peaceful in your mind, you become calm in your mind. Okay, fine. This is something which my teacher is already teaching me, which means she already know what she's teaching. My seniors जो मेरे से आगे पढ़ के ये क्लास से जा चुके हैं, उन्होंने भी यही किताब पढ़ी है, तो वो लोग भी पढ़ के आगे निकल गए. उनसे ऊपर वालों ने भी वही पढ़ी है. What this will do is, the first important thing is it will create a mindset कि हाँ उन्होंने भी किया है, मैं भी ये किताब अच्छे से सही वक्त में सही तरीके से मैं पढ़ सकता हूँ. Are we all on the same page? क्या हम सब एक ही पेज पे हैं? Are you all understanding? And all these things, I'm giving you the insights of these details of the things what I have observed in so many places. And so many places. I have by now interacted with 400 to 500 school principals. I'm not talking about teachers. I'm not talking about parents. I'm not talking about students, but I'm talking about school principals and directors. So I have a bit of idea what I'm saying. मुझे पता है मैं आपसे क्या बात कर रहा हूँ. That's the first thing. The second thing, which is very important and which we all should have in our mind, is not only the mindset is important, but at the same time, learning is about involvement and engagement. आप कोई भी चीज तब तक नहीं सीख सकते, at least this is what I believe in. You may have a different opinion, but आप तब तक के कोई चीज अच्छे से नहीं सीख, हो सकता है आप सीख लें, पर अच्छे से नहीं सीख सकते जब तक कि आपका उस चीज के साथ कोई इमोशनल कनेक्शन ना रहे, या इमोशनल नहीं तो एटलीस्ट कोई एंगेजमेंट ना रहे, या कोई इन्वॉल्वमेंट ना रहे. दैट इज द सेकेंड की ऑफ लर्निंग. अगर हम कोई सब्जेक्ट पढ़ते हैं तो एक है सिर्फ पढ़ने के लिए पढ़ना, और एक है उसके डिटेल्स में जाना, उसके कॉन्सेप्ट्स को समझना, उसके एग्जाम्पल्स को समझना, और अपने माइंड में वो कॉन्सेप्ट को पूरा क्लियर करना, सो दैट यू अंडरस्टैंड that this is not something I have to study just for the sake of studying, but at the same time I feel connected to the subject. Now how many of you love maths कितने लोगों को पसंद है यहाँ पे? Now when I say पसंद है, कुछ सब्जेक्ट्स ऐसे होते हैं जब आप पढ़ते हैं तो आपको लगता है और पढ़ना चाहिए. आई फील मोर एनर्जेटिक, आई फील मोर लाइक मुझे और पढ़ना चाहिए, और जानना चाहिए, और रिसर्च करना चाहिए. यू बिकम मोर क्यूरियस कि अगर इस तरीके का सम आए तो हमें कैसा करना चाहिए. इफ दिस हैपेंस देन व्हाट शुड आई डू? ओके, व्हाट इफ द सिचुएशन इज लाइक दिस, देन हाउ एम आई गोइंग टू टैकल दिस सिचुएशन? हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू, बी ऑनेस्ट, सच सच बताइए, आप में से कितने लोग हैं जो पढ़ाई के वक्त सही में किसी भी सब्जेक्ट के लिए क्यूरियस रहते हैं कि ये कैसे हुआ? एक होता है ये कैसे हुआ, आप इसलिए कह रहे हैं क्योंकि आपको समझ नहीं आ रहा, और आप सामने वाले से कह रहे हैं कि पता नहीं आपने ये फिलॉसफी या आपने ये डेरिवेशन कहाँ से ले आए. या दूसरा ये होता है कि आप क्यूरियस है, आप सही में जानना चाहते हैं कि व्हाट इज द बिहाइंड द स्क्रीन सीन्स, ये एक्चुअल में कैसे हुआ. मैं बहुत क्यूरियस हूं, मुझे जानना है, मुझे रिसर्च करना है, मुझे पता करना है, अब मैं इसे किस चीज के रेफरेंस से पहचानने की कोशिश करूं. So the reason I started with the story of shifting to Makkah, and then finding a new place, and then you have no idea, you feel helpless, then you go to the people who already know about these subjects, and I mean about the area, then you try to explore, then you become more curious, फिर वो लोग आपको थोड़ा सा और बताते हैं उस एरिया के बारे में, फिर आप उसे और एक्सप्लोर करते हैं, फिर आप दो चार ऐसे लोगों से मिलते हैं जो उस एरिया को बहुत अच्छी तरीके से जानते हैं, वो आपको इनवाइट करते हैं कि देखिए ये एरिया में ऐसी सब चीजें भी होती हैं. Then you go to those kind of events, and then you enjoy the area more, you feel connected to that area, and then you are like, now I feel that this is a right place for me to be. ये एग्जाम्पल अब मैं इसे और इलेबोरेट करता हूँ कि what do I mean by that. Your mindset is correct. अब तो आपका mindset जो है वो correct हो गया कि I am not the first person, many has read it before, so I don't need to feel helpless, I don't need to feel anxiety, I don't need to feel bothered कि पता नहीं है कैसे होगा, कौन मुझे बताएगा, कौन मुझे सिखाएगा. At least you are peaceful. Second thing is you try to feel more engaged and more involved with the subject. अब ये कैसे करना है और ये आपके एग्जाम में कैसे काम आएगा? Let me give you some really simple insights. Let me tell you what I'm going to share here is very simple, but हम में से बहुत ही कम लोग उसे अप्लाई करते हैं. If we start applying those things, this is my belief that you will definitely be at least in the top ranking of your classes. The first thing, जब हम पढ़ाई करना शुरू करते हैं, जब हम my son don't like maths at all. Okay, I will definitely go through all the comments in the end of the session. I will you can write your comments, but I will take it in the end. आप लिख सकते हैं, I will try to answer that. The first thing is that when we get a new book, it's a new subject, it's a new something that comes up for the first time. We read the book and we are like, I have no idea what is this. So one of the methods of learning is self-learning. सेल्फ लर्निंग, मुझे बुक दे दी गई है, मुझे कैसे पढ़ना है, क्या करना है, कितना पढ़ना है, स्केड्यूल क्या होगा, I have no idea about it. What I do have is I may have a book, but I have no idea how to read that book. So I utilize my time में तकरीबन 6-8 महीने या 2-5 महीने तो फिगर आउट करने में ही लगा देता हूँ कि पहले मैं ये चैप्टर पढूं या ये चैप्टर पढूं, should I use this chapter, should I use that chapter, and at the same time what exactly am I going to get out of it, and what if I get stuck in this chapter, how am I going to go ahead. तो सबसे पहली चीज जो है ह्यूमन बीइंग जो अपनी तरफ से कोशिश करता है is something that is self-learning. And what I'm going to share in this session, let me tell you, someone just wrote, what is there for adults in this? Let me tell you, the lessons are basics, and this is at the moment it may seem like this is for the students. अगर आपको ये लग रहा है कि ये जो है ये students के लिए है, definitely ये session students के लिए है, but जो भी parents या teachers यहाँ join कर रहे हैं, at least you will have an upper hand if your students face any issues, or even if at different point of life, यहाँ के जो lessons है आप कहीं पे भी apply कर सकते हैं. I am sure it will be definitely beneficial. So the first thing, the mode of learning is self learning. मैं खुद से पढ़ूंगा, मैं खुद से समझूंगा, मैं खुद से प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करूंगा. I don't need anyone's help. That's the first way of learning, and it depends from person's capacity to capacity. कुछ लोग जो हैं जो extremely curious होते हैं, वो खुद ब खुद कुछ चीजें सीख लेते हैं, but at least at some point of time they need help, and then they have their teachers ready to help them out. The second type of learning, and all of these types of learning at the end of the day is going to be beneficial for you, because you need to identify, आपको पता करना पड़ेगा आपका learning का तरीका कौन सा है. I cannot come and directly say कि देखिए आपके learning का तरीका ये है, because I don't know the one who is listening to me right now. But what I can do, मैं आपको 4-5 ऐसी चीजें बता सकता हूँ कि उसके अंदर से फिर आप अपने रास्ते खुद ब खुद आगे सामने क्रिएट कर सकते हैं. I can show you the way. Now it's on to you which path you choose. Every path has its own perks and cons. So first one is self learning, कि आपने खुद से पढ़ने की कोशिश की. Engagement थोड़ा कम रहेगा क्योंकि आप खुद से कोशिश कर रहे हैं, किसी से बातचीत नहीं है, तो ठीक है आप समझ तो जाएंगे, बट जितनी गहराई से समझना चाहिए था आप उतनी गहराई से शायद ही कभी समझ पाएंगे. The second thing, to make it more easier to learn and to make it more interesting to learn, the second concept, which especially in the pandemic might be very hard. Before the pandemic it was very easy, but now in the pandemic most of the time parents tell us कि आप पढ़ाई करो, आप पढ़ाई करो, आप पढ़ाई करो, and I'm sure students would be like पूरा दिन ही हम पढ़ते रहे. Like, we have a life, come on, we have a life. But what they want to do, what parents want to do, is make sure that their students really study the subject, get an idea about it, and get good grades in the examination so the future can be settled up. But for the students, what happens is they feel more frustrated because they don't have anyone to study with. Let me make it more simple. Before, we used to have our friends and we used to meet them, we used to talk to them, we used to have chit chat, and we used to have our particular times के ठीक है 4 बजे से 5 बजे जो है हम यहाँ पे ये particular जगह पे मिलेंगे और ये subject का ये chapter का मुझे ये एक topic समझ नहीं आ रहा, आपको समझ आ गया, आप मुझे समझा देना. That is what friends are all about, and this is just one part of the friendship, but there are so many more things that comes into friendship. The topic today is not friendship, though I love the topic very much, leadership and friendship and so many more things, but let's stick to the topic. What the second thing says is when you have an emotional connection or at least some interaction with different people, agar logo ke साथ आपका जो है कनेक्शन ज्यादा है और आप उनसे बातचीत करते हैं तो आपके लिए समझना आसान होगा वही चीज जो आप खुद से समझने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. सो इफ यू हैव अ फ्रेंड और आप जो है उनसे कहते हैं कि ठीक है, आई एम प्लानिंग टू स्टडी दिस चैप्टर टुडे, और ये चैप्टर में से मैंने थोड़ा थोड़ा पढ़ा, मुझे कुछ समझ आया, कुछ नहीं समझ आया. हैव यू स्टडीड द चैप्टर? द पर्सन सेज हाँ मैंने तो पढ़ लिया, मुझे समझ भी आ गया. तो ठीक है, 4 से 5 बजे या व्हाटएवर द टाइम इज, कैन यू एक्सप्लेन मी व्हाट एग्जैक्टली द चैप्टर इज ऑल अबाउट? So you pick up the call, and either WhatsApp call or whatever application is available in Saudi Arabia right now, whichever country you're joining me from, pick up the call and learn the entire chapter from your friends. Take the summary from your friends. Now, what it does, let me give you a more brief idea. अगर आप मक्का शिफ्ट होने से पहले अगर आपको कोई बता देता है कि जिस एरिया में आप शिफ्ट हो रहे हैं उसके राइट पे ये है, उसके लेफ्ट पे ये है, उतना दूर ये है, उसके आगे ऐसे है, उसके वैसे वैसे, so at least you become familiar with the subject, and then it becomes more easier for you to learn the subject. So what this thing will do, learning along with one of your friend, I'm not saying 2 friends, 3 friends, 4 friends, इसमें distractions बहुत होंगे आपके. Just catch one friend. आपका सिर्फ एक ऐसे दोस्त को आप कांटेक्ट कीजिए जो सही में क्यूरियस है पढ़ाई के बारे में, और हर एक फ्रेंड अपने अपने फील्ड में या अपने अपने सब्जेक्ट्स में एक्सपर्ट हैं. सो एक फ्रेंड जो मैथ्स में अच्छा है वो शायद इंग्लिश में ना हो, जो इंग्लिश में है वो साइंस में ना हो, जो साइंस में हो बायोलॉजी में ना हो, वो केमिस्ट्री में. सो इट कीप्स चेंजिंग. सो फाइंड द बेस्ट ऑफ द बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स who are good in the subjects, and at the same time make sure that you ping them up and at least become more familiar with the concept, ताकि अगली बार जब आप सेल्फ स्टडी करने भी बैठे तो आपको जो बैकग्राउंड है वो ऑलरेडी पता होगा और आपके लर्निंग के लिए आसानी रहेगी, क्योंकि आपको उस इंसान ने सिखाया है. यू नो, द पर्सन हु टॉट यू इज समवन हु इज वेरी क्लोज टू यू. सो दैट इज समथिंग, द इमोशनल कनेक्शन, द कंफर्ट, द अंडरस्टैंडिंग, द फ्री स्पेस, कि अगर आपको नहीं समझ आया आप 10 बार पूछेंगे नहीं समझ आया यार मुझे वापस समझाओ. अभी भी मुझे समझ नहीं आया, वापस समझाओ. बट इफ इट्स अ टीचर, इफ इट्स योर पेरेंट्स, यू मे हेजिटेट समवेयर, पता नहीं समझ तो नहीं आया, बट हाँ हाँ सब समझ आ गया. सो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू, बी ऑनेस्ट, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू एक्चुअली सेज के हाँ समझ आ गया जबकि नहीं समझ आता? बी ऑनेस्ट इन द चैट बॉक्स. आप में से कितने लोग हैं जो, अगर आपके टीचर या आपके पेरेंट्स पूछते हैं आपसे कि आपको समझ आया मैंने क्या समझाया, सो आपको समझ नहीं आया बट स्टिल यू से यू नो आई गॉट इट, ठीक है, बिकॉज यू आर हेजिटेंट. आप हेजिटेंट हैं काफी, आपके बीच में बहुत बड़ा बैरियर है. यू आर लाइक, आई डोंट नो, इफ आई से मुझे नहीं समझ आया, देन माय पेरेंट्स वुड बी सेइंग आपको इतनी बार समझाया फिर भी समझ नहीं आया. or else you may fear that okay they may think I'm dumb, मुझे शायद समझ नहीं आया, you know, maybe I'm dumb, maybe there's a problem with me, maybe I don't have, I'm not that smart. तो फिलहाल जो है, लेट मी जस्ट से सब समझ आ गया, ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. अब जब आप ऐसे ही आगे बढ़ जाते हैं तो आपने जो पढ़ाई की या जो आपने कहा कि मुझे समझ आ गया, अगर वही चीज एग्जाम में आ जाएगी तो आपने ऑलरेडी अपने मार्क्स को खो दिया वहां पे. तो व्हाट द सेकंड ऑप्शन डज फॉर यू, फर्स्ट इज आप अकेले खुद पढ़ें, दूसरा आपके दोस्त के साथ जब आप पढ़ेंगे तो आपके बैरियर्स जो है माइंड से ऑलरेडी खत्म हो जाएंगे. आप उसे 10 बार पूछो, 10 बार इरिटेट करो, 10 बार पूछो उनसे, अच्छा इसका और कोई एग्जाम्पल मुझे बताओ, अच्छा इसको और किस तरीके से समझ सकते हैं, ओके और कैसे इसको सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. सो आई एम श्योर योर फ्रेंड्स वुड बी वेरी हैप्पी, like whoever your friend is, at least they would be happy that you know okay मेरा भी रिवीजन हो रहा है, साथ साथ में सामने वाले को भी कॉन्सेप्ट समझ आ रहा है. एंड एट द सेम टाइम इफ यू नो अ सब्जेक्ट इन अ मच बेटर वे, आप अपने फ्रेंड को ये ऑफर दीजिए कि यू नो आई विल हेल्प यू आउट विद दिस सब्जेक्ट इफ यू एवर नीड इट. मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि आज के आज आप मेरी हेल्प ले लो, बट व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से इज एटलीस्ट whenever you need help within this subject for this chapter I am there. Remember, कुछ भी चाहिए मुझसे पूछ लेना. So this build up your connection and helps you to learn more faster. The third type of learning, I know as I said this is very simple type of learning, but कभी कोई इतनी गहराई में ये साइकोलॉजिकल बातें आपको नहीं बताएगा. वो ये कहेगा अपने दोस्त के साथ जाके पढ़ लो, पर उसके फायदे क्या हैं, उससे आपके बेनिफिट्स क्या होंगे, आपको और कितना इंटरेस्ट आएगा स्टडीज में, इतनी सारी गहराइयों की बातें नॉर्मली कोई भी नहीं बताता. गोइंग टू द थर्ड पार्ट इज ग्रुप डिस्कशंस. या आपने एक टाइम डिसाइड कर लिया कि 6 से 7 बजे हम मुलाकात करेंगे, वी आर गोइंग टू मीट फ्रॉम 6 to 7 o'clock, एंड देन आवर 4 फ्रेंड्स आर गोइंग टू मीट. And when we 4 friends meet, what we are going to do is we are going to study this specific chapter. अब यहाँ पे एक सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम, वन ऑफ द बिग प्रॉब्लम in group study is that one of the biggest problem in group study is that most of the time you may meet your friends, but पढ़ाई से ज़्यादा, more than studies, the biggest problem would be, like more than studies, the biggest problem would be, hey, what do you think about this movie, what do you think about this song, hey, what do you think about etc etc etc. So what do you need to do if you are the one who is organizing, like it takes you know a plan to organize this group study, be very specific and clear, cut off your distractions. If we are meeting here for this purpose, no one is going to talk about movies, no one is going to talk about the new song, no one is going to talk about shopping, no one is going to talk about xyz things. We are going to talk about this subject, this chapter, and this person is going to teach us this topic, the other person will teach us this topic, and the third person will teach us this topic. The more organized you are, the better upper hand you have to learn from these very people who are your friends. I hope now you understood. Most of the time what we do is we just have a random chit chat, and then when you come back to home you feel more exhausted, and then you are like, I went to study, but I don't know, I don't remember, did we even studied anything? And if we did study, I don't, you know, I don't think I learned anything new. It was just, you know, just time pass. My time just got wasted. So sometimes you may even feel it's such a, you know, better than this I could have studied alone. So make sure you organize it, you are more specific. And even if it's a Zoom chat, if it's like, you know, whatever application you're choosing, you're going to your friend's home, make sure you're very specific with what is the outcome you want to take from that session, and stick to it, and have those kind of friends who really want to study, because there are all kind of friends we have, you know, some who are 24/7, they don't want to study, but they do study alone, and you know they score good marks. And then there are different kind of friends who love to study and revise, and then there are some who love to hide themselves somewhere. They keep studying, but they never share. So try to find the right friends, I would say. That would be fantastic. The fifth interesting thing that I would love to share with all of you is that then it comes to digital learning. Now, again, the lesser the engagement, the bit harder it becomes to learn. Now, people may say that, now is a era of now is the era of internet. I can just type on Google, I can just type on YouTube, I can just go on this website, I'll get all the concept. But again, if it's a video, and if you have a problem or if you don't understand the concept, you have to find someone else who can make you understand the concept again in a different way. Then you have to find another person, another video, another website, another theory. So what this does, it takes your time. At the same time, what it does is, you cannot ask them a question back. If it's a live session, great. But if it's just a normal session, then what's going to happen is you may not be able to take the benefit of that session as much as you could have. So if it's a live session, if it's a digital classes, like the teacher is available one-to-one, or maybe teaching to the class, like right now you have in pandemic online, you can ask in the chat box and your teacher will definitely reply to it. That is another way. That's the formal way. I don't want to touch that, because when you go to school, your teacher teaches you the subject, you learn, sometimes you sleep behind the camera. I'm well aware about that. But at the same time, this is one of the traditional method. I don't want to touch that. But the digital method, again, I'm not talking about your teacher teaching you in the class and you're saying, I'm not able to understand. You can definitely type in the chat box, learn more. They will provide you with different kind of views and more examples. But if it's a video, again, I repeat, if it's a video on YouTube or any application, then maybe you may not be able to grasp the whole concept in one shot. So you may have to find some other sources or some other ways to find a hold on that subject. Now, one more big thing. So digital is good if you are able to grasp it, but the more engagement, if the concept is explained in a much better way with much more examples and you are getting it, at the end of the day, this session is for you. So whichever way, as I said, whichever way you find productive for yourself, use that. Some may say, no, I don't love digital. I love someone face to face. I would love to, have face to face conversation, and I would love to have learnings in those way. That's good. Someone may say, I don't want to go face to face. I love digital, learning from digital platforms. Okay, fine, go and learn from that. But at the end of the day, make sure, or the main concept is, the more the engagement, the more the involvement, the more clear it is, the more free you are, the better you can learn. And when I say free, it does not mean wasting your time, but means you don't have any barriers that, what if I ask this question and the person says something negative, or do not answer me, or leave me on scene. So that is what I meant. One more thing, which is very, very, very important. How many of you have ever tried contacting your seniors to learn a specific subject? I repeat again. If you are in 7th and you had a friend in 8th standard, and when you went to 8th, they went into 9th, so you just pinged them up, you had a good bond, or at least you know each other, and you say, I'm facing problem in this particular area. I don't know how to go ahead with that. Of course, the teacher has done the best. My friends are trying to explain me, but can you tell me some new ways to learn these things? And what this is going to do is you're going to get the thing which you're going to get in so many things, the things which is going to take a lot of time for you to understand. Maybe that person can explain you within half an hour or 1 hour. The same thing which you may learn in a week, or maybe 2 weeks, or maybe a month, that particular person can teach you maybe in 1 week. You have no idea about that. So the fifth important part, which I want to share with all of you, is that find out your seniors, whom you really resonate with, whom whom you think they are really kind, they will be very happy to help us out. And they might have even told you that, if you have any doubts, if you want to learn something, we are there for you. So ping them up. And if they cannot help, ask them, can you suggest someone whom we can contact, and maybe they can help us out. So this is also one of the interesting way. Why? Because sometimes your teachers, your friends, and some other people may share only limited information with you, which is required, which is necessary for all of you, But sometimes your seniors may share something little bit more, which can change the whole way of learning, and maybe you start enjoying the very subject which you might be hating till date. So they will give you some new insights, some new ways of thinking. So try to get in touch with your seniors, and I'm sure they're going to help you out. Now, coming to winding up the session, as we have just 5-10 minutes to carry forward with. One more thing, as I said, with teachers, you can, of course, feel free. You can ask them, you can learn from them, you can ping them up, and I'm sure they are there for that, and they will be very happy to explain you. It's just that try to break that barrier that, ma'am, nahi samajh aaya. Sir, I couldn't understand. But if you have your friends already available who understood the very same concept, first ask them. There's a step to approach your teacher. One is you directly approach them. The second one is you approach your friends and then you didn't understood. Then you approach some other friend, 2-3 friends. You still are not clear with the concept. Then you go to your teacher and say, ma'am, actually I have been reading this subject, this particular topic. I tried asking 3 people. I tried asking 3 friends of mine or 2 friends of mine. Still, I am not understanding. Can you please explain me more? Why I'm saying is at least let your teacher know that you have done your bit. At least let them know that instead of directly just jumping to them, you had done your work. At least you have tried understanding. And still, if you don't, then go to them. And even if you won't just directly go to them, don't go to any of your friends. It depends from teachers to teachers. But at the same time, this will help you in the long run. So winding up in the next 2 to 5 minutes is 2-3 things that are very important when you are learning. Make sure to make notes. And when I say there are different types of making notes, I don't want to go into that. Maybe we can keep some other session for that. But types of notes. One is you actually write everything. You mark, like if you have a marker or all of those things, mark it in your textbook. So the more, okay, one more thing, which is very beautiful, which I don't know many of you might have observed it or not. When you keep your finger, do you remember in childhood, I don't know about your parents, but most of the parents would tell the kids to keep their hands on the line they are reading. How many of you have done that? In your childhood, when you are young, how many of your parents have told you to keep your fingers on the line which you're reading? Like, if you're reading something, keep your finger, keep your finger, keep your finger. What it does, it helps you again to connect. That is what it does. What it does is, this is something, it helps you to connect to the subject more, because now you feel more connected to the book. Your hand is connected to the book, so your mind knows that, okay, this is not something in the air. There is something which I'm reading. There is something which is providing me value. If you don't understand something, just like, okay, I don't understand this, mark it. There is a reason behind it. It makes your mind more sharp, and it helps you to remember in the exam. So next time when you go in exam, and if you feel like, I am lost, I don't know what I studied, I couldn't remember anything, like I couldn't remember anything what I have studied in the book, what will help you to remember is read the question again. And there might be, like, always the question have what they are asking. The question have all the things that they are asking, like, what do you think about environment, etc., etc. So if you have read that topic, and if you have already marked those things, then that marking part will come in your mind, and you would be like, oh yes, I remember. I don't remember the whole thing. I'm not a robot. I don't remember the whole thing, but I do remember 3-4 points, and from those 3-4 points I can write the answer. So remember, it's not like copy pasting. We are human beings. We don't copy paste the whole answer. Neither did I, nor did my friends, nor did the toppers in my class. What they did, they understood how to read, they understood how to learn, they understood how to revise, and then they went in the exam confidently. They remember the key points, and then they wrote the answer in the best of the best way possible. That's what they did. So make notes of what you are reading. Maybe you can just write 1 point or 2 point. Maybe you can write the whole line. It depends what your way of making notes are. I have no idea, but I would love to take any further session that comes up. And if there are any, if there are any extra classes your teachers are conducting, or any other teachers are conducting, if they're inviting you, maybe you can ask your parents, ask your teachers if you want, or you can join them and maybe just see if you can get some new insights or learn from them. That would also add a value to your learning. This entire session was about learning. How can you learn? How can you grow? How can you develop? How can you Go to your examination without feeling anxiety and feeling free, feeling comfortable. You are not the first person. Again, the same philosophy. You are not the first person who is giving the exam. There are thousands of people who have already gave the very same exam. There are hundreds in the same class who is giving the same exam. Then why is it you that is feeling anxiety? Is because maybe you haven't prepared in the best way possible. As simple as that. Or maybe there might be some other issues, your health issues. If there is something that is something else like related to your health or etc., then I don't comment on that. But most of the time it is our our laziness, or at the same time we don't get so many clear instructions that, or guidance that you can do this. If this is not happening, do that. If that is not happening, do that, but at least do it. So that is something the entire session was all about. Make sure to like be very engaged. I think someone is unmuted. I think someone is unmuted. Please mute yourself. But yes, that is something. I hope it gave you some insight. Of course, as I said, these are very simple tips. But for the students, whoever is unmuted, kindly mute yourself. I repeat again. The most important part here is that feel confident. The most important part is that please feel confident whenever you are going into your examination. And at the same time, not only that, prepare well. And I'm sure there are hundreds of people who are going to help you out to prepare in the best way possible. I hope the session was fruitful. And at the same time, I see people showing patriotism to their countries. I respect all the countries. Being a human being, we respect everyone. So it's a pleasure being at this platform. And if there are any doubts, or if you have any questions, you can feel free to share. I still think there is someone.
1 minute, sir Abdul Ghani. Arsalan
Yes.
Khan, I think there is some issue with your mobile. You are being unmuted so many times. I think please take care of it, because I have already informed you that there should be no disturbance during the meeting, and it was hassle to keep on muting the people. Sorry, Sir Abdul Ghani, I have interrupted you because it was necessary. You want at the end, I would also like to add few points, but please carry on.
Yes, definitely. So that these are the basics. These are the basics which we all can go through it. Now, the next 5 minutes, as I said, the last 5 minutes, I would be taking for questions. And then I would definitely pass on after the 5 minutes to the host, who has wonderfully organized this. And if they have anything to share, I would definitely love to go ahead with that. I'm just checking with the chat section. Let me see if there are any questions that are emerging in the minds of people. Okay. So there is someone who is asking about tuitions. My son is in grade 3. He avoids studies a lot. And I want to know which strategy will work for him to create his interest in studies. Okay, again, I would say keep an eye on what exactly does he watches on YouTube. And I don't mean to say, of course, if he uses a device, then fine. If he don't, then I would rather encourage you to find out what are the things he's passionate about. Is he kind of a creative person, or is he kind of someone who loves to talk to people or listen to people? And maybe you can find a way out about how you can use that way of his learning and provide study in the best way. Better. I think that was a wise decision. Thank you. At the same time, there is another question. Great. So I think the next question that would be, due to a finger reading habit, now I'm not able to study on the screen and I'm lacking too much studies. What to do with this? This is really a good question. Very, very good question. We have to adapt. Now, if we are studying through, if we are studying through a book, we have the book in our hands. It's all, like something which we have in hands. But how do I cope up with digitalization? How do I cope up with ebooks? If that's your question, you can make it more simple. What you can do is, if it's a PDF, in the PDF you have an option to highlight. You have an option to highlight the line which you are trying to read. That is one thing that is going to help you out. So try highlighting at least once in a while, or on each page try to highlight few things. That is going to help you out. It may not be equating to reading with your fingers, but yes, if you can take a printout of what you wish to read online, and if it's a 3, 5, 10 pages, then I'm sure that's going to be very helpful. Or else what you can do is, you can zoom you can zoom the text, and you can read it. Like, the more zoom you can make it, especially on your device, the better it becomes for your mind to grasp the information. That is something I would suggest. So try zooming in, just try zooming in, and make sure your eyes are much comfortable and your attention is specifically on that 4, 5 lines and not on the whole page. Because the more content you have in front of you, the more anxiety or stressful you feel. So try to make a zoom of it. At least that's how I do it. I zoom the things, and it becomes more easier to read and understand. So I hope that may help you out. Of course, this is not something that applies to everyone, but if it helps, that would be fantastic. Learning facts is hard for me too, like statistical data, dates and stuff. So I would not go into details of that, but definitely what I would suggest is get in touch with those friends who are very good in that field. Like, if they're good in history, of mathematics, make them a call and ask them, please tell me, how do you get this done? So I'm sure at least they will give you some insights about how they get it done. So maybe you can learn from them. At the moment, I don't have an answer for that. I'm sorry, but whatever I have answer for, I will definitely try to answer. And how can we prepare for maths exam? Can you provide some tip? I study maths. Okay, again, see, maths is a subject, as far as I can say, maths is a subject where you have to do a lot of practice here. Whoever is asking this question, let me tell you, again, it's kind of interesting, it's exciting, but you need to understand maths. You need to understand maths. Now, what I mean to say is, if your basics are lacking, I would suggest you to go to your teacher and get your basics straight, or at least go to YouTube and find the basics. When I say basics, I really mean the basics. So if your basics like multiplications and division and subtractions and all of those things, then a step further, then you reach to algebra, then you trigonometry and all of those things, then that's going to help. If your basics are not strong, especially in maths, it will become the I never want to take math subject. So I think you need to go and get your basics straight. I struggled a lot with maths, let me tell you, but the more I get into basics, the beautiful it becomes. So I hope that's some of the insights. Many of the questions I tried answering, like what was asked in the group, I tried making the session in such a way that most of the answers would have been passed to you in the session itself. I would pass it on to Ma'am Nigat, and if he has to add something, I'd be very happy to.
Yes, of course, I want to add a lot of things, and because I'm a math teacher myself, and I love math. I love teaching math, in fact. So there are so many questions regarding maths. I think I have kept previously I have taken a session on like studying maths as well. But right now, talking generally, first of all, I would like to add that those who think that they keep on forgetting the things, they should learn by making some mnemonics. You know what is mnemonics are? यानी अगर आपने कोई चीज पढ़नी है फॉर एग्जाम्पल, तो आप उसके साथ कोई एक पिक्चर बनाते हैं, क्योंकि आपका जो दिमाग है ना, वो पिक्चर को ज्यादा जल्दी रिटेन करता है। क्योंकि बहुत सारे छोटे बच्चे हैं यहाँ पे, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं अगर आपको बताऊं कि इफ यू आर, एक बड़ी अभी मेरे जहन में एक एग्जाम्पल आ रही है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ यू कीप ऑन फॉरगेटिंग द कलर्स ऑफ रेनबो, ठीक है, आपने अगर लिखा है, अगर आप उसकी तस्वीर बना देंगे तो वो तस्वीर आपके जहन में रहेगी। एंड इनफैक्ट मेरी जो मेरे बच्चों की जो कुरान की टीचर हैं, उन्होंने उनको इवन कुरान को हिफ्ज करने का तरीका ये बताया था कि आप हर आयत से रिलेटेड एक छोटा सा कुछ बना लें वहां पे, कि क्योंकि आपको तस्वीरें याद आती हैं। इसी तरह से अगर आपको कोई भी चीज अगर आपको याद नहीं हो रही, तो उसका सबसे आसान तरीका है कि ट्राई टू मेक अ स्मॉल स्टोरी फ्रॉम इट। फॉर एग्जाम्पल कि कोई फॉर्मूला है, उसके साथ हमेशा कोई ना कोई फनी स्टोरी और कोई फनी सा कोई भी जुमला उसके साथ एसोसिएट कर दें, एंड यू विल ट्राई दिस एंड टेल मी दैट इट विल ऑलवेज वर्क, बिकॉज हमारा डोंट मेक एनीथिंग सो ड्राई, और यानी उसको मुश्किल, जब आप उसको किसी भी अच्छी चीज के साथ एसोसिएट करेंगे यू विल ऑलवेज रिमेंबर इट। जहां तक फिर और बच्चों ने मैं सवाल देख रही थी कुछ कुछ के यानी रिगार्डिंग लर्निंग, तो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर कि जो हमारा ट्रेडिशनल वे ऑफ लर्निंग था ना, जो हमारी जनरेशन में था, या इफ पेरेंट्स यहाँ पर हैं, वो बड़ा अच्छा था, क्योंकि हम लिखते थे, हम बार बार लिखते थे। रिसेंटली आई हैव टेकन कोर्स फ्रॉम एरिज़ोना स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी, इट वाज अबाउट लाइक लर्न हाउ टू लर्न, एंड ऑल ऑफ द मेन पॉइंट्स दैट यू हैव मेंशन्ड सर अब्दुल गनी, उसके अंदर सबसे ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट यही था कि प्रैक्टिस, नहीं, कुरान के लिए मैंने ये नहीं कहा था कि कुछ बना ले एलियन, मैंने सिर्फ ये कहा था कि फॉर एग्जांपल कि अगर आपने कुरान की कोई आयत याद करनी है, फॉर एग्जांपल, मैं क्योंकि बहुत जनरल बात कर रही हूँ, वी हैव ऑल सॉर्ट ऑफ ऑडियंस हियर, तो फॉर एग्जांपल कि अगर उसमें जन्नत का जिक्र है, तो आप एक छोटा सा एक गार्डन बना दें फॉर एग्जांपल। ये मैं कहना चाह रही हूँ कि आप जब याद करते हैं, कुछ लिखते हैं, तो उसके साथ कोई ऐसी चीज बना लें, फॉर एग्जाम्पल कि अगर आपको बॉडी पार्ट्स याद करने हैं, तो आप उसको ड्रॉ करते रहें साथ साथ, कुछ भी, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि योर ड्राइंग शुड बी वेरी गुड, बट कीप ऑन मेकिंग समथिंग फॉर दैट, बिकॉज जो आप ड्रॉ करते हैं वो आपके दिमाग में जल्दी रिकॉल होता है। और दूसरी बात ये है कि जो मैं आपको बता रही थी कि व्हेन आई वाज डूइंग माय कोर्स फ्रॉम एरिज़ोना स्टेट यूनिवर्सिटी, इट वाज ऑल अबाउट लाइक हाउ प्रैक्टिस मेक समथिंग, यानी हम कहते हैं ना प्रैक्टिस मेक्स मैन परफेक्ट, इट इज बिकॉज कि हमारे जो न्यूरॉन्स होते हैं हमारे दिमाग में, वो किस तरह से स्ट्रेंथन होते हैं। फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं अगर बताऊं कि जब हम नमाज पढ़ते हैं, और चले मैं कोई और एग्जांपल देती हूँ कि अगर पेरेंट्स हैं या हम कुकिंग का शौक है फॉर एग्जांपल, जो खाना हम रोज बना रहे होते हैं उसके लिए हमें सोचना नहीं पड़ता कि हमें इसमें क्या डालना है, क्योंकि वो हमें याद होता है, क्योंकि हम उसको इतना बना चुके होते हैं कि हमें पता होता है कि हमें इसमें ये डालना है। जब हम न्यू रेसिपी ट्राई करते हैं तो हमें केयरफुल रहना पड़ता है। तो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर देयर इज नो शॉर्टकट एंड यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस। अगर आपको कोई चीज नहीं याद हो रही, आप उसको लिखें, और जितनी दफा लिखेंगे आपके जहन में वो अच्छे तरीके से बैठेगा। तो ये कुछ चीजें, और एक बड़ा अच्छा पॉइंट था अब्दुल गनी जो आपने आखिर में बोला कि अडेप्ट करने वाली बात है, हम जिस तरह से चीजें चेंज हुई हैं ऑनलाइन, हमें उसी के हिसाब से होगा। इवन मेरे लिए पर्सनली इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू लर्न ऑनलाइन, but I have printer at the back, you can see, and I keep on printing, keep on highlighting, keep on do like this, क्योंकि आई बिलोंग, मैं प्रीवियस जनरेशन की हो गई हूँ ना अपना, तो मैं जो है उसको वो फॉलो करती हूँ उसी तरीके से, एंड आई कीप ऑन राइटिंग, आई कीप ऑन प्रिंटिंग। तो इसी तरह से हम चीज़ों को उसी के मुताबिक हम इसको अडेप्ट करते हैं। एंड ऑफ कोर्स जो छोटे बच्चे हैं, पेरेंट्स अगर हैं यहाँ पे, तो फिर उनको उनकी हेल्प भी करनी चाहिए ये सब तरीके सीखने में। इंशाल्लाह अगर मौका मिला तो आई विल ऑल्सो डू, हम इसको दोबारा कोऑर्डिनेट करके एक और सेशन करेंगे ज़बरदस्त किस्म का। लेकिन प्लीज़ देयर आर नो शॉर्टकट एंड यू हैव टू वर्क, यू हैव। और ये जो सबसे बड़ी जो चीज है ना, ये इसको आपने जो है ना वो साइड पे अगर रख दें तो जिंदगी बड़ी आसान हो जाएगी और चीजें याद आनी शुरू हो जाएंगी। डू नॉट डिस्ट्रैक्ट योरसेल्फ। थैंक यू सो मच।
Mrs. Nagat, there is one girl, Yusra. She has been raising her hand for quite long. I think we should take a question from her.
Okay.
Yes, Yusra, you want to ask something?
Oh no, sorry. It was once Sir Abdul Ghani asked a question and then I raised the hand. I'm sorry, I forgot to lower it.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Great. So that makes it comes to a perfect ending. I hope what I gave is something. When you move further in life, there are many things which we used to do, and of course I'm just trying to make sure the things we used to do, we always remember what were the benefits of it. The more independent we try to become, the more we are like, I'll do it myself. I understand that motivation, where does it comes from? But at the same time, one very wise person I met in my life, I've met multiples of them, but one wise person whom I met in my life, and I consider him very dear and near, he told me that, Abdul, there is something which I had learned, and it took me around 50 to 60 years to learn that. I want you not to go through the same path. I don't want you to go through the same path and, find out your ways and your this and all of that. What I want you to do is start your journey from where I have reached. I said, what does that mean? He said, I'm going to share all my experiences and all the ways and the guidelines and all of those things. And why don't you speed up or increase up your speed and then move a bit faster in your life. Instead of taking all the 5-10 years to go through the same process, make sure you get the gist of it, you understand it from the best people, and the best people, I'm sure for all of you, are around you. It's just that we are not guided in such a way, or we are not that open, or we are maybe hesitant. Okay, I don't know, should I ask my friend? Should I not ask my friend? How is it going to be? And all of those things. But at the same time, it's going to help you out with so many things. When solving past papers, don't understand many questions for IGCSE maths and physics, what to do if I don't understand in real exams. So yes, this may be a situation, but always I would suggest that before taking the papers in your hand, this is a insight I would give. Before taking papers into your hand, at least feel confident. At least feel confident that yes, I do understand what I have read, and then take the papers in your hand. Why I'm saying this is, maybe you take the paper today in your hand, and when you see the paper, you're like, I don't know this, I don't know this, I don't know this. How is this going to happen? I have not even read about this. And it's going to discourage you more. So there should be a particular time to take the paper. When I say time, it does not mean a day, but it means that maybe 2 weeks before the exams, maybe 3 weeks before the exams, and not 5 months before the exams, and not 3 months before the exams. You need to be confident with that particular subject or that particular chapter, and I'm sure that's going to help you out. If you have read a chapter, make sure to read or to take questions only from that particular chapter. And if you're going to take questions from all the other 3-4 chapters which you haven't touched yet, then it's going to increase your anxiety more. And then you would be asking, how can I reduce my anxiety? So the simplest answer is practice where you have reached. And then once you feel a bit confident with it, explore more ways, learn more questions, solve more papers of that particular questions, then go to the next one. And if you face problems in those questions, then work upon your basics. And if still your basics are clear, still you're not understanding, then go and ask your friends and your teachers, and I'm sure they will help you out. Sometimes maybe the question may turn out to be wrong, but it's a very, 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 very rare case. So maybe you are not able to solve it. It's fine. We are human beings. We don't know. Even the best of the best goes to the best to learn the best. So just keep that in your mind. If you don't understand something, go and ask someone who knows it and who can help you out. Don't stress much, and I'm sure your life would be super easy. And with this, if you have any more questions, you can share it in the group. I will go through it, and once I get some time, I'll be very happy to answer to all of your questions. And Ms. Nighat, I look forward for any more sessions or any more topics. If there are any, I would suggest. If you have any, let me know. I'd be very happy to interact with all of these wonderful people out here. And before I wind up and I end, are you all here with me? All this 25 or 24 of them. Are you all here with me? Can you type a yes? So I can understand, even if you're behind the cameras, you're with me and you understood a bit and pieces. Are you all here with me? Are you sure? Just type a yes.
And of course, Abdul Ghani, जो आपने एक बात की थी ना, like to study from the seniors and to study from others. The best way, जो हमारा जो एक motivation और हमारा जो motive था हमारे group का पढ़ो and पढ़ाओ का, वो यही था, the best way to learn is to teach. If you want to learn anything, start teaching at पढ़ो and पढ़ाओ, and definitely you will learn it. So all those, अगर आपको कुछ भी जो बच्चे सुन रहे हैं, if you think that you are feeling difficulty in particular topic, start teaching at पढ़ो and पढ़ाओ. We have audience and we have students always here. Thank you so much, Sir Abdul Ghani. It was amazing session, and we are always looking forward कि हमसे अगर like even कुछ बच्चे भी फायदा उठा लें, it is our success.
Definitely. So take care, stay safe, everyone. And yeah, that's something for today. I talk on multiple topics. If you wish to get more inspired on multiple topics, maybe you can visit me on Instagram someday. It's the Wayfarer Abdul Ghani Punjabi. You can find me on Instagram, and you will find some really more different topics going on there. So explore life, and at the same time, make sure to learn well. And I'm sure, or at least I hope, the next time you go and appear in your examination, the beautiful part that's going to happen is you're no more going to feel blank or panicking or all of those things, because you're already prepared. So be prepared and do it in the right way. Take care, stay safe, see you all soon somewhere around, and have a beautiful evening. Allah Hafiz. Bye.
Allah Hafiz. Thank you so much.